Fairies are magical creatures that have fascinated humans for centuries. These small and often beautiful beings are believed to have originated in ancient mythology and folklore. The origins of fairies are shrouded in mystery, and different cultures have different beliefs and stories about these magical beings. In this video, we will explore the history and mythology of fairies. The concept of fairies can be traced back to ancient mythology. In Greek mythology, the nymphs were the closest beings to fairies. The nymphs were believed to be the spirits of nature, and they were said to inhabit forests, meadows, and other natural areas. They were known for their beauty and their ability to grant wishes. In Roman mythology, the Lares and Penates were the closest beings to fairies. The Lares were household gods who protected families and homes, while the Penates were gods of the pantry and the hearth. These beings were often depicted as small and mischievous, with wings and other magical powers. The Celts had a rich tradition of fairy mythology. They believed in a world that existed alongside their own, known as the Otherworld. This was a magical place inhabited by supernatural beings, including fairies. The Celtic fairies were known as the Sidhe, and they were believed to be the descendants of the Tuatha De Danann, a race of divine beings who were said to have ruled over Ireland in ancient times. The Sidhe were known for their beauty and their magical powers, and they were often associated with nature and the elements. In Celtic mythology, the Sidhe were believed to be responsible for many of the mysterious occurrences in the natural world. They were said to be able to control the weather, create illusions, and cause humans to fall in love with them. They were also believed to be able to enter into the dreams of humans and give them messages. In European folklore, fairies were often depicted as mischievous beings who enjoyed playing tricks on humans. They were believed to be able to change their appearance at will and could become invisible when they wanted to. They were also said to be able to control the weather and cause natural disasters. In English folklore, fairies were often associated with the countryside and were believed to be responsible for the fertility of the land. They were also said to be able to bless humans with good luck and fortune. In Scottish folklore, fairies were known as the Seelie Court and the Unseelie Court. The Seelie Court was the court of the benevolent fairies, while the Unseelie Court was the court of the malevolent fairies. The Unseelie Court was believed to be particularly dangerous and was known for its dark and malevolent magic. In many cultures, fairies played an important role in folklore. They were believed to be responsible for many of the unexplainable events that occurred in the natural world. They were also seen as guardians of nature and were often associated with the protection of the environment. Fairies were also believed to have the power to grant wishes and bestow good fortune on humans. In many stories, fairies would reward humans who showed them kindness or hospitality. They were also known for their ability to bestow magical powers on humans who they favored. Fairies have a rich history and mythology that spans cultures and centuries. From ancient Greek and Roman mythology to Celtic folklore and European fairy tales, these magical beings have captivated the human imagination for generations. Fairies are magical beings that have captured the human imagination for centuries. These small, supernatural creatures have been depicted in various forms in literature, art, and popular culture. In this essay, we will explore the different types of fairies and their characteristics. Nature fairies are perhaps the most common type of fairy. They are associated with the natural world and are believed to live in forests, meadows, and other natural areas. Nature fairies are often depicted as having wings, which they use to fly from place to place. These fairies are often associated with the changing of the seasons and the cycles of nature. They are believed to have the power to control the weather, cause natural disasters, and bring about new life in the spring. They are also known for their ability to communicate with animals and other creatures of the natural world. Water fairies are a type of fairy that is associated with bodies of water, such as rivers, lakes, and oceans. These fairies are often depicted as having fins or tails, which allow them to swim and breathe underwater. Water fairies are believed to have the power to control the tides, create storms, and summon sea creatures. They are also associated with healing and are believed to have the power to cure diseases and injuries. House fairies are a type of fairy that is associated with the home. These fairies are believed to live in the nooks and crannies of houses and are often depicted as being mischievous and playful. Fairy godmothers are a type of fairy that is associated with granting wishes and bestowing blessings. These fairies are often depicted as being wise and powerful, and they are believed to have the ability to make dreams come true. Fairy godmothers are often associated with young girls and are believed to be responsible for helping them achieve their dreams. They are also known for their ability to grant good luck and fortune to those who they favor. Dark fairies are a type of fairy that is associated with malevolence and mischief. These fairies are often depicted as being dark and ominous, and they are believed to have the power to cause harm and misfortune. Dark fairies are often associated with death and the underworld. They are believed to have the power to curse individuals, cause nightmares, and even steal the souls of the unwary. Elemental fairies are a type of fairy that is associated with the elements of nature. These fairies are often depicted as being small and ethereal, and they are believed to have the power to control the elements. Elemental fairies are associated with the four classical elements: earth, air, fire, and water. They are believed to have the power to control these elements and use them to create or destroy. Fairies come in many different forms and have a wide range of characteristics. From nature fairies and water fairies to house fairies and fairy godmothers, each type of fairy has its own unique traits and abilities. By exploring the different types of fairies, we can gain a better understanding of these magical beings and the role they play in our imagination and folklore. Fairies have been a part of literature for centuries, with some of the earliest examples dating back to the medieval period. In literature, fairies are often depicted as magical beings that inhabit the natural world. They are known for their beauty, grace, and otherworldly qualities. One of the most famous literary works featuring fairies is Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. In this play, fairies are depicted as mischievous and playful, often interfering in the lives of humans. Other famous literary works featuring fairies include J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan and C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia. Fairies have also been a popular subject in art, inspiring countless paintings, sculptures, and illustrations. In art, fairies are often depicted as ethereal beings with wings, pointed ears, and flowing garments. They are often depicted in natural settings, such as forests or gardens, and are associated with the changing of the seasons. Fairies have also been a popular subject in film and television. In these mediums, fairies are often portrayed as magical creatures with the ability to control the elements and bestow blessings. They are often depicted as helpers to the main characters or as mischievous tricksters. One of the most famous film franchises featuring fairies is Disney's Tinker Bell series. These films, which began in 2008, follow the adventures of Tinker Bell and her fairy friends in the magical world of Pixie Hollow. Other famous films featuring fairies include Pan's Labyrinth and Stardust. Fairies have also been featured in television shows, such as the popular fantasy series, Game of Thrones. In this series, fairies are known as children of the forest and are depicted as ancient beings with mystical powers. Other popular television shows featuring fairies include Once Upon a Time and True Blood. Fairies have also been a popular subject in video games. In these games, fairies are often depicted as magical beings that can help the player by providing healing or other benefits. They are often associated with natural settings, such as forests or gardens. One of the most famous video game franchises featuring fairies is the Legend of Zelda series. In these games, fairies are depicted as small, winged creatures that can heal the player's health. Other popular video games featuring fairies include World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy. Fairies have also been a popular subject in fashion and merchandise. In these products, fairies are often depicted as cute and whimsical creatures with colorful wings and flowing garments. They are often associated with natural settings, such as flowers and gardens. One of the most famous fashion lines featuring fairies is the Victoria's Secret Fantasy Bra collection. These bras feature elaborate designs with intricate bee. In conclusion, fairies have had a significant impact on popular culture and have become a symbol of the importance of protecting the environment. They continue to fascinate people across cultures and will likely remain an important part of folklore and mythology for years to come.